Hello guys, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. I didn't think I was going to do a third episode, but I just felt like it was on my mind since last night. So I'm a little bit unwell. When doing the videos previous to, I was not feeling very well. So time is around 5 a.m. here, and I'm doing the third episode, which is an extra video. I will talk about fragrance today. Okay, don't worry, don't run away. It's not a consultation or motivational videos, like life-changing thing. Today I don't want to talk about those. I want to talk about fragrance topic, which is clones, dupes, and the whole, because we had recently gone through an incident where we almost lost our group. We actually lost our group, Fragcomm Bangladesh, on Facebook, and they took it down, saying that they had copyright claim or something that we did that goes against their, like policies and stuff. So for me, like Facebook, there was a time Facebook experience, everything was simpler, life was much nicer, there's not many bugs and stuff, so we could use it without stress free. We didn't get locked out like that, or didn't have issues. Now it is a lot of issues and a lot of complications, and I think the business aspect came and hit everything so hard. Like everything is about money or these kind of contracts. So everywhere you have to be very careful, say what you want to say. You cannot say things like anymore like Pseudonym is the best clone of Aventus. You put this on any of the posts, they have automatic detecting on Facebook, and they sort of take down your post first, then they also take down your group step by step. So there is an ongoing issue. Many people lost their groups in India, Bangladesh, and states as well because of these stupid things. But then again, what's causing this and why there's a big hatred on clones or war, I will explain to you if you do not know by now. So I'm trying to stay afloat with a little bit of a drink. This is what do you call these drinks? Electrolyte drinks, right? So hopefully I'll feel better. I feel dehydrated. Okay. So I think first of all, where did this concept of clone come from? Okay. Clones are everywhere in the world. Okay. Everywhere. It's not just Bangladesh. Okay. It's anywhere in the world you see sneaker business, watches, watches, the t-shirts, everything, like any designer brand, if it's popular, everywhere they will make copy in China or some other countries, and what will happen is they will be offered on a much cheaper price tag. And what happens is if you have cheaper price tag, people can afford it. It does look like the real thing from far, and you can feel a little bit satisfied, and you don't have to spend the extra zeros. So let's say, for example, Louis Vuittons, right? Louis Vuitton bags. Who can afford one? Who can afford like even design brand like Gucci bags? Not everyone can afford it, right? People who have a little bit of money, they are a little bit on the higher class in the society, they can, right? If let's say you want to buy an Armani watch, you can buy that, that's okay, like you can save up. But let's say you want to buy a Rolex, how many people can buy a Rolex? In Bangladesh, I don't know that many people can afford a real Rolex, right? So it depends, right? So basically these brands, the brand image, like Ray-Ban, the sunglasses, why they're so expensive. Have you seen the documentary on them? Like they said how much actually it costs to make those, or the real iPhones, how much does it cost and how much they're selling it for, and the markup is so huge, so people just pay for the brands, right? So is it just the brand, or just the brand image, or it's actually the quality or longevity? I'll give you some examples from other products, other industries, so you'll understand. So the clone concept did not appear in recent times. It has been in the market for many years, since the reviewers started reviewing on perfumes. I think people started seeing like, oh man, I think Perrier-Lys, like those red bottle. Like just to give you an example, when I started off journey, like I was recommended this by the community, like the best alternative to Acqua di Gio in 2015. And I got it, I liked it. I mean, I do like Acqua di Gio more, but that one performs and it's much cheaper than Armani. So we did have Ed Hardy's Love and Luck, which is something similar to Millicent Imperial. Just example. So those are designer brands making those similar inspired perfumes. Let's say Green Irish Tweed had Cool Water, right? They're similar. So people bought those. Aspen by Coty, Renouille, right? Then the real big thing that made revolution was Club de Nuit Intense Man. I may think my bottle is somewhere at the back here, there somewhere, the black bottle, you guys all know. So Pseudonym, these bottles basically, right? Like if you see these Pseudonym bottles, back in the days, this made huge impact. People went gaga over the silver spray, like that is a smoky and a beast mode that lasts more than Aventus itself. But people said, the people who are fan of Aventus, they said, we're not gonna let you do that, and there was a huge battle. And this one insane reviewer from Canada, he actually sort of blowtorched and destroyed a bottle of Pseudonym. I was like, That guy had issue, okay, and then he went after all the reviewers as well, including me. I think it's just mental health issues, but then now we forgot. So anyway, so basically that concept of clones are not from today, and then there's ongoing battle, legal battle as well. Like I remember Latafa made some perfume that looked like Tom Ford. I have all of those. This line, okay, this is called Tobacco Touch, right? This one's now discontinued and they made new name and re-released a new bottle. So they definitely look like Tom Ford bottles. There's this pinpoint clone. I did not like or respect the fact that they're doing that. They could have done in a different bottle, which now they're facing. So the whole concept of clone was giving affordable alternatives, which are definitely compared to the original synthetic. Originals one, they're going to use real ambergris, real good like quality ingredients, like say Prada. They're not going to use something from Middle East. They're going to use something that is, let's say they're harvesting their own flowers, iris or something. So they will use those, for their own perfume making, and that is the quality difference. Let's say something that you do reverse engineering in Dubai or Middle East. So you just buy the bottle. Let's say you want to do Roja, okay, and you just buy the bottle and you just like reverse engineering. You find more or less almost all the ingredients, and you can just put together cheaper alternative synthetic aroma, and then they can make a dupe, okay, and then these dupes will be like $20 something, $30 something, and they will smell a lot like sometimes the real thing. Sometimes they will not smell so good. Sometimes they'll be synthetic. Sometimes they'll be longer lasting than the original. So there was this market that slowly was built, okay, and now there is a huge market which is now a threat to designer niche companies, which they are struggling with. Let's say big companies, they are losing money to these Middle Eastern brands who are making this legal. Like I just reviewed this one, Armaf Odyssey Spectra. So this is from Armaf, right? And this is supposedly a take on Ultramil, which is Jean Paul Gaultier. This one costs now $150. This one is $35 in Bangladesh. Huge price difference, and it smells a lot like the quality of dupes nowadays. Insanely good. French Avenue, you name it, and let's say some of the fragrances they make are unbelievable how much they are coming with a price tag, right? So why are people so grumpy about it? There are two sides. The industry who are owning the brands, they're angry with the clone houses. They don't like the fact that clone houses have taken over almost the whole industry. Like if there's a Gucci perfume sold in Bangladesh, on the opposite side, they already sold 100 bottles of Latafas, Armafs, Rasasis, you see, because people don't want to pay those extra money. If they can get a decent dupe or clone, they want that. They want $30. I'm not saying only buy dupes or this is the only solution. No, if you can buy the real thing, obviously, if I can afford it and I think it's a good value, I'll pay. The problem goes here, as a reviewer, as a perfume user, collector. I've been collecting for many years, like many other reviewers. Maybe they have much bigger, more posh collection than me. Maybe they have more niche, but I went through my fair share of collection. Trust me, I went through thousands of bottles, okay? I bought, I sold, I used, decanted. So the whole experience, I was part of the, process. So I can tell you one thing, there was a time, Amouage would cost, like I could find them for $150 in Bangladesh for a very good deal. This used to come from Middle East and they're all original. But now, an Amouage would cost $300. You have to pay around $300, $250 minimum. And it's like literally like a huge jump, like almost double the price, okay? Even if I love Amouage so much, I went and bought the Royal Tobacco and some of the other ones like I really wanted. I paid the money because I wanted them so bad. They were not worth the price. Like they were worth it, but not worth the price point that I paid. But I still got them. Nowadays, if I want to buy a Kilian or Frederic Malle, I have to rethink. I bought Synthetic Jungle once for under $210, $20. 100 ml, and now that fragrance is discontinued. They released a new one, different name, but that one costs like $300, right? So I'm like, I am not a rich bloke, okay? Some of you say, hey bro, how rich are you buying perfumes every day? No, it's just my line of work. I do have a Decant page and I do YouTubing as a work. If you do not know by now, I do this for profession. So it's something that I invest in, okay? And it's an ongoing process for many years, like almost a decade. So it's not because I'm rich or anything, maybe my family is rich, okay? I'm not me. My father is rich. I'm not rich. I'm still struggling for 9 years, to make a career. And whatever I make, I don't have any savings, right? So basically it's all being burned for the passion, the addiction, whatever you can say. But I don't find the justification to pay those extra prices now that I used to pay much less. A Creed Aventus would be $180 once, the 120 ml versions. Now, good luck buying them for $1,000. Exact same bottle now, because discontinuation, even myself, I sold quite a few Ultra Zest, pure malt, backup balls for $250, crazy. People bought it as well, so there's a supply and demand. So now everything's insane. If you want to buy a Cartier Declaration D'Eau Soir, $45 cologne once, now it's 150, 160. So this is what's happening, and people sadly did not have a raise in their earnings. Okay, you guys watching me, you guys comment, did your income improve significantly or it went down? Many people lost jobs. Okay, economically, if you are feeling, you are under stress or you're being pushed, man, this fragrance game is now just a luxury again. It's not that easy. That I know in States you guys have TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls, right? You can find them for 10, like bargain prices, $10, $15. We don't get that here. If sellers bring it here, the distance from those countries to here or Middle East to here, and the profit, taxation, and the bribe, everything they have to pay, altogether the prices eventually go high. Okay, if we want to pre-order, previously I didn't even ask for prices. My sellers here, I would just say bring it, I'll pay. I know it was always going to be maximum $100. Now $100 you can buy anything. Eros new fragrance, it's like what, the Hatem, not Hatem, the Najem, that fragrance costs $150. Burberry's Hero costs $140. And I would tell you, I am a fan of Burberry, right? Burberry's London. This fragrance, what, $40. Easy, you go to the shop, you can have $100, you can buy 3 bottles of perfumes, you can come back home very happy. In 2000, maybe 17, 18. Now how many years have gone by? 19, 20, 21, like 5-6 years gone by, like 7 years gone by. So in this time, economy has gone really bad, and perfume makers, they have struggled during the COVID time, and many of the houses, they had to close some of their boutiques. I remember Zara was closed. So this is there is justification, but the people, reality is they cannot buy perfumes designer niche anymore. Who are the 85-80%, or 95% on the majority of the world is middle class or upper middle class, and very minority is like rich people, like millionaires who drive Ferraris and stuff. So this is the reality, right? So the companies are feeling the heat. Let's say something like Louis Vuitton, like companies who are big companies, their perfumes are more premium. They don't like the idea that companies would make fragrances and that's similar to them, and they're selling them for cheap, and people say these are as good as the original. Many reviewers say that it really would make someone upset, isn't it? Let's say I am Louis Vuitton and someone is making these perfumes and selling them for, let's say the Louis Vuittons are what, $600, sorry, but these dupes, they are like $25, $35 max. So which way the most majority people will go? This way. I'm not saying these are better quality fragrance than the original, never. Original is always original. But now people, if they're mad about clones and dupes, many people in group, they write, man, the art of perfumes, they steal it, so I don't support it. I've seen a few days back, one brother was talking about it in one group, that he said, I don't agree these clones are better or anything. They are not necessary, they are an insult. I understand he came from a very strong point because he likes niche, but I told him on a counter argument in a very brotherly, friendly way possible. I don't want to fight because this is not concerning me. I'm not an owner. I told him, like, brother, what do you feel about Mansera Sedrat Boise, Nishane Hachivat, or Instant Crush? These are all inspired ones from some other niche perfumes, isn't it? Sedrat Boise smells a lot like Aventus-ish. Mansera Instant Crush is a straight up clone of Baccarat Rouge. So these are niche companies who are making the dupes, So the popular DNA is Baccarat Rouge, or something like, there was the other one, Grand Soir, or Portrait of a Lady. Many design niche houses, they follow that, and you smell it, you're like, wow, this smells like wood for greatness. Then you realize you're talking about a niche perfume house which cloned another niche fragrance house. But people don't speak up against design niche house because they are, biased towards them. But when you see Middle East, oh my God, these people are hairy. These people have weird camel style hair, You hear these things, right? People go personal attack. They take it like, the reviewers who are promoting their gross, they look horrible, and I hate their face. People say that, even they go as far as the hating on them, right? And thing is, these companies in the middle, they are using influencers, they're using hiring influencers, advertising, and they're selling a lot in Africa, Asia, and these are being sold. I have seen, I work with our local community here, so When I buy perfumes from them, I ask sometimes, let's say, do you have this in stock? It just arrived 100 pieces 1 hour ago, all sold out within 1 hour, because it's a popular perfume, right? So there's huge demand of these affordable clones. People want to buy 3-4 colognes, for $100. What you gonna do? People's freedom, it's their money, their decision. You cannot do anything about it. So I'm not saying designers can do, like, I went day before yesterday, one of the perfume shops here, Perfume World, one of the owners, I met him, and they are the first retail outlets. I'm going to finish with this story, okay? I want to do a shorter video, but it went long. So he basically now is working in the shop, okay? Like, he is sitting in the shop, and he's like, not the manager, he's the owner, and he's sitting in the like the perfume shop, which is very rare because owners never sit in the shop. He told me, brother, I'm really happy to see you. It's been a while, because I worked with Perfume World once, like I did 4 videos on them. So now they have only 3, and the 3 owners took three different branches and stuff, so they maintain their shop, but the prices are insane there, so they are so expensive, people don't enter and buy stuff. So he told me, like, I actually maybe need your help, maybe you can do a video for us, you can show. I said, brother, with all due respect, you can pay me money, you can pay a decent amount of money, and I can do the video, I can show in live. But if you don't reduce the prices, people will not come, and you'll blame me later that, my influence didn't work. So this is the reality, man. I'm just telling, because not everybody is like me, okay? I have a little bit of pride, I don't have a sellout sort of soul, okay? Some of the people I know, they'll just go and say, they don't care about that shop. They'll say, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And then they just get huge money. They take so much more money than me, and their videos don't really help, and they don't care, right? So I told him, brother, if you really want to sell, maybe you can give a grand sale. He said, how? I will lose out money. I'll run on loss, because I'm paying so much money more to get these fragrance stocks, because I'm getting from these sources. They're charging me so much more money than before. So I understood, like, there are 2 sides. They also have to do business and make profit, and we also have to get at a good price, competitive. So somewhere in the middle, if you have an agreeable place, if you can reach, that is very difficult to achieve right now, because they won't let you have it for 70% off, okay? That means they will run losses. Why would they run losses doing a business, right? So this is the reality. So now, as I made a video before, now Middle Eastern fragrances taking the market by storm, and even if you hate it, like it, don't like it, reality is reality. You cannot, it's inevitable, right? So this is the scenario. So do let me know what you feel about this discussion, and do you really feel that clone companies are at fault, or it's just anybody's at fault, or you think in general the situation is like that people cannot afford the more expensive branded perfumes, so they're going more Middle Eastern, right? What is your opinion, right? So do let others know, and that would be lovely. Thank you for watching, and I think I'll just finish the video, man. I made a huge video. Anyway, take care and keep me in your prayers, so I feel better tomorrow. I need a little bit more rest, okay? I think I'm dehydrated. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye bye.